Show with Dr. Lucita.
Welcome to the One-on-One Show.
Ça gen oreille tendez, ça gen bouche pral chanter. Dans énergie, puissance locale pral dégager. Le produit local vient présenter, qui pral faire fierté. La nous préparer, le monde entier nous valider. Choco pam sans masse sans paille. Choco pam mettre qu'il tine sur rail. Choco pam. Choco pam fierté nationale. Là on fait choix choco pam zami pam. Ou mettez paysans en travail. On nous consomme produits locaux. On sa goût de la bassiste fun fait fly. Les maboues choco pam relève pas. Les maboues choco pam même pas tomber. Les maboues choco pam relève pas. Les maboues choco pam même pas tomber. Chocolat choco pam son produit organique qui pas mélangé à pièces substances chimiques. Li gen bon gramme protéines ak un paquet bon vitamines. Bois jeune choco pam dans toute boutique ak dans toute maquette. Pour placer commande Paula, relève nous dans 47 60 20 27 ou bien 33 45 66 39. Ou sinon visitez local nous route 9 national numéro 1 Caillon Gonaïve Haïti. Marshall maman game nan di ou choco pam à chaque tasse.
Hi, Lucita's here with Lucita's accounting firm. Happy New Year, everyone. Are you looking for a place to do your taxes? You undecided? Are you a student, a military, a nonprofit, a business? You undecided on where to get your tax done? Guess what? Lucita Accounting Firm, it's the place to go. We have been in business for well over 20 years. We're located in Marietta, Georgia. You can call us at 770-319-9181. You can also visit us at www.laftaxes.com. Guess what? We do accept walk-in this year. Just call us at 770-319-9181 to come get your tax done right with an experienced professional who makes sure your tax is done accurately. Can't wait to see you in the office.
We are a Christian-based non-profit organization providing pre-filled communion elements to simplify church logistics for Holy Communion.
At Holy Communion Elements, we deal with packaging of pre-packed Holy Communion into a one self-serving cup.
Over time, I've seen people evolving from this old style of having Holy Communion to this new style where everything is packed and prepared for your table. You find that this is way cheaper comparing with this because there is no much of getting all the accessories. This is as it is, serve on the go.
It takes us like 20 minutes. Everybody is done. Unlike in the past where, elders have to come early, do the preparation, and then later they'll do the washing of those cups. Sometimes we are forced to go and do additional preparation in the middle of the service. And you have to dash back to the vestry to do more preparation.
We have 5 stations: 1, client services; 2, production; quality control; packaging and delivery.
At Holy Communion Elements, we are dedicated to providing pre-packed Holy Communion kits in a safe, sustainable, and accessible way, even in areas where traditional elements are hard to access. Your donation will directly fund the production and distribution of these pre-packed elements, ensuring that every Christian can partake in Holy Communion with dignity and reverence. Together, we can ensure that Holy Communion experience remains accessible and meaningful for us all. To donate, please visit holycommunionelements.com or reach out to us directly through our phone number.
Communion is a special time to remember what Jesus has done for you. At Communion Elements, we offer communion with a difference. From prepackaged Holy Communion cups, water, wine or juice, and wafer, all sealed into a convenient single-serving container. Celebrate Christ's kingdom in a special way with Communion Elements as a church congregation, small group, or family devotion. So, why Communion Elements? Our plastic containers or cups are high quality and 100% recyclable. Both elements, the wafer and water, grape juice or wine, are easily prepared and served conveniently and all the time. These elements are totally safe, sustainable, and affordable. In faith, let's share the body of Christ by breaking the bread and solidify the Holy Covenant with the blood of Jesus, courtesy of Communion Elements. Order our fresh and hygienically prepared Communion Elements today via our website. You can as well call or WhatsApp us through 0799 988 371. Communion Elements. Communion with a difference.
Hello, everyone. I know you guys been waiting for one-on-one. We are here today. I want to tell my guests to go ahead, get something, okay? Because we are here. You know what show it is this evening? It's one-on-one story time. And you know how we do it in story time. We don't introduce our guests because you can see our guest is already sitting with us. We're about to have a good time, guys, because guess what? On one-on-one, it's all about conversation. And you guys know the reason why I create one-on-one. It's a legacy to our younger generation. We come in, we talk about our lives, who we are, where we come from, and what we have done. Because you know, my son inspired this show. Because for years, he did not know what I do for a living. He just think I go to a little house and mommy get money. So now mommy now is able to share a little bit of herself to you guys, to you audience. Now, before we get started, I want you guys to please go ahead, share the live. Go tell a friend one-on-one is on because we're about to have a great time with Atlanta finest. Who don't know this guy? And you know we don't introduce our guests because there's a reason for that. Because there's always a story. So without further ado, we want to welcome our guest to the show. Welcome, Mr.
Thank you, Madam LAF, Madam Lucita.
Mr. Fast Tax. How often you have somebody that's in the same business with you, sharing the space with you? Not often.
Not often.
But we're doing
Not
it here in one-on-one. We want everybody to know. But in one-on-one, we don't introduce our guests because there's always a story with their name. So tell us, who are you? Where are you from? A little bit about your name.
Well, Lucita, my name is Antonio Philantrope, and I am from Haiti. I'm Haitian, right? So born and raised, in Haiti. And I moved, to the States in 1990. Specifically in the state of New Jersey. So that's where I had, my family. They entered me into the States, go to school in Jersey, work, and then get into, business a little in New Jersey, and then transition, with into the business venture.
Mr. Antonio, we on one-on-one. You just went too fast. There's a structure here.
Okay.
Tell us about Antonio. Who is Antonio? And your name. Is there a story behind Antonio?
Well, there may be a story behind, Philantrope. because
Okay.
it's that name, that I adopted, from my father, and then up until now, trying to live, that to that expectation. So philanthrope, you promote. I tend to promote the welfare of people, welfare of my community, the people that I touch, every day, welfare of my clients, in all walks of life.
So Philantrope, that's the name you had from your father. So in Haiti, when you guys was growing up, did you guys know it was something, it was gonna have that meaning that he has today?
Yeah, from the get go, because it's not like, a common name, per se. Only le sommes d'avoir un certificate 12th grade. That's when, we met, she met, with somebody who's also a philanthrope, that was from Jeremy.
Oh, wow.
So that's from, I would say, like, from kindergarten, to up until 12th grade, my my older sister, met, account, encounter somebody whose name, Philanthrope. That's when we know that, there is another
There's
Philanthrope
another
family, in the country, in the whole country.
So Antonio was your father name Antonio?
Yes,
or?
yes.
Oh, okay.
My last
So
name.
you Antonio Jr.
No, my father's name is Utish, but that's his signature, that
Antonio
that is
is his-
Philanthrope.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what about
Philanthrope.
Antonio? How did you come up with that
Yeah,
name?
Antonio, that's my mother. I never asked, about, Antonio or Antonio, but I stick to that Philanthrope and then leave, that expectation. So that's what my life is about, a servant, and making a difference, in
Awesome.
everything that I do, everything that I touch.
Thank you for sharing that. So you've been leaving this legacy because of your last name. So you have no choice right now. If I ask you for $10, you have to give it to me because
Well-
you're a philanthropist.
Well, it's not that I got to give it to you, I got to find it. And I know I'm going to find it. Seriously, that's in terms of giving. I love to give. I love to give. In the simple fact, it's not that I have a whole bunch, to give.
Okay.
I always, like to be in the giving end instead of, the receiving end. So when Lucita coming to me asking me, oh, can you sponsor this? Can you do this? Hey, we're doing this, for somebody. This family is in need, and stuff like that. We're doing that, for Lucita is not asking me for herself. We need to know together. It's an opportunity that Lucita gives me in order to make a difference, the difference that I'm trying, to make. You like, a vessel, to what I'm trying to accomplish, the impact, that I'm trying, to make. So when I say to Lucita, I don't have it, it hurts me more, than
So I have
a
to
Lucita
ask-
that don't give, because it hurts me in a sense, where it's create, a sense of lack in me. So I don't have it. How come I don't have it? I'm healthy. I'm healthy. So I'm good. I'm okay. So it's there. It's there. I gotta find it. I gotta get it. To help. The less fortunate. One. So when I say I don't have, I mean it's hard for me. I may go and then come back. To you. You say, oh, you didn't give me an answer. I say, what happened? What happened? You know what? It's easier for me to say no. But the reason, why I haven't, answered yet, because I
You're
don't
still
like say, I don't want to say no.
You're looking.
Yeah, I'm looking.
You want to make sure.
I want to make sure because.
So, Atlanta, here you have it. Mr. Philanthrope loves to give. So when you ask him, make sure you wait, because he's going to find a way to make sure he supports you.
Please be reasonable. So, help me help you.
He just said it on one-on-one. So
Help
I'm
me
gonna
help
cut
you.
this clip so you guys can remember that. Now let's take it a notch. Let's take it a little bit down. We're gonna go back to Haiti,
Yeah.
and then we'll bring it to the United States. What can you remember about Antonio, a younger version Antonio? What can you tell us?
Younger version of Antonio, always, jovial. When you're growing up, you have no, you will say, souci, one who vive. You don't try to compare. You're not comparing yourself, with other kids, and stuff like that. You get almost like everything, you need within the means, of your parents and everything. It's only when you're growing up after you're looking at, what, to have all those big, material things, and stuff like that. You eat, you go into school, you have, anything, everything, that within your parents mean. It's not like, I had an easy life, per se, but, I grew up, finding, even though my parents, didn't have a lot, but they were like somehow sustaining, they live a sustaining, life. My father, was a farmer, hard worker. So from growing up, the respect, the integrity of that man, that's what, guide me, up until now in everything, that I do, every people that I touch, and everything, because, it's my father. So, I mean, it wasn't, an easy life, And
So
then,
tell us a story. What can you remember from age,
Well,
early memories you can have?
early memories, that I have.
Like, where did you
is-
go to school?
Yeah.
I want,
I
we
went
want
to
get
school.
to know you.
Yeah, you're gonna get to know me. Trust me. I mean, I may take, like the whole night,
No,
to
we
tell
have
you
1
about,
hour.
me.
We have 1 hour. I want to know.
And then thanks for the opportunity, to share this, because we always on the one, they see Antonio, they think, like
Yes.
Antonio always, like that and stuff like that. So,
Thank you for accepting.
I wasn't, growing up, to from like, a wealthy family that, has everything, because I grew up, seeing, my father, hard worker struggling, because we were in the outskirts, on the hill, and then my father had us, all of us, in the city,
Where
with
did you
my
come
mom.
from?
I'm from Gonaive.
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 Okay.
So specifically, my family come from like a Opoto, like Finel,
Okay.
in the outskirts, of in the countryside,
What can you remember there? What
So-
can you remember doing there?
Yeah, remember
At a
going
younger
there,
age.
going
Let's
on
take you
vacation.
back running.
Going back, on vacation, after when school closed, we all going, to see, to be with grandma, until like September. We come back, and then that's what we do every summer. I remember like going to the farm, with my father. Like
So you guys
when
had
we
a
go there,
farm?
yeah, I mean we have farming. My dad to farming, So he wasn't like a professional, like having a profession or businesses in anything. I wasn't brought up from a business family. I don't have any legacy as far as and the integrity of my father passing on to me, to us. All I grew up from a family of 8.
Where do you fit in that 8?
I am the fifth
Okay.
child. Yeah.
So you got spoiled a little.
Yeah, I'm the fifth. Covered. Not spoiled to the
No,
point.
but you got spoiled until the other 3 came up.
Yeah, until not so much, because growing up, in a family of 8, so my dad, with the limited, means that they have, to support us, and everything, already had like 4 kids, right? My my oldest, my sisters, are the oldest, like 3 sisters, and then us, men, came after.
Somewhere you're spoiled.
Yeah.
So you had a bunch of women that
Whoa.
took care of you from the beginning.
I don't really remember, one of us, sibling, that was, spoiled. I
Maybe
mean,
we're not going to
so
use the word spoiled, right? We're going to use the word,
well,
because I'm thinking, I know Haitian men around women, they treat you guys like king.
no,
So to be around that lifestyle,
well,
things
but I
have
mean,
to be good.
it's how it is. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is where you going with that. 3 sisters, they are oldest, and then we all boys coming after. And of course, everything, gonna be taken care of, by my mom and the sisters, so they're the one, to cook, to wash, to do everything. I don't have to cook. I don't have to clean, I only started, to do these things, cooking, mostly until, I leave Gonaive and go to Port-au-Prince, for schooling.
And how old were you at that time?
At that time, I was, 17. I mean, I was 18, 19, then. So that's when, we have, when I go there, I was staying, with my uncle, okay, and then also my brother. So when I got there, you on your own. So what really gives me the sense of, responsibility, and then I had to grow up, fast, when I get, to Port-au-Prince, my uncle says, hey, you here, there is nobody to babysit you. You know what you leave, your town, for. You come into the city for schooling. So no one here to watch you. So you on a mission. When you get back, you better, show result, for my parents, because, I didn't have it like that. They didn't have it like that, for me to just, go to Port-au-Prince, like thinking, I'm a city man, so I'm going, to chill, going to, so.
What kind of student were you?
Well, I always, an average student. I wasn't like, I never been.
For the young generation
I never
watching
been,
us, what does
because,
that mean?
Because I was hungry. I know that I was hungry for success, I was hungry for education, because I wanted, to accomplish, something. So when I say average, because it is like, I know what I want. I know what I'm going after. I have to work for it. I have to study, twice or four times, as harder than the gifted student. So I wasn't a gifted student, So, but I always, be among, the best. I'm in the top. Wow. I always be among the top because I work, hard. So, yeah, that's what I will consider, myself, average, because I have to work. Because some students, some guys, that I used to work with, before exam, and everything. These guys, most of them, a lot of them didn't have to study as hard as I'm studying and stuff like that. So once, they go to school, they get, the lecture and everything from the instructor. And then, they don't have to stand under the light pole, to at night, to study in order to get it.
So give us a story about your life in Port-au-Prince. Tell us something that nobody knows about you. Give us a little story. Only somebody who knows you very well would know. Look at the camera and share that story with us.
Well, somebody who knows me very well knows, when I get, I was committed. I was committed, to education, and also they know that I used to be a biker in Port-au-Prince, because my uncle, had, bike, at the time, I always like have bike, on weekends, going, to Sweet Mickey, in Pétionville, and stuff like that. Yeah, in my bike, because, and then
so you used to go and Sweet Mickey on your bike?
Yeah, exhibit, I used to live in Oswald Durand, like by the stadium, soccer stadium and everything. So
did you play soccer?
I had.
You played soccer?
Yeah, not in a professional level, stuff like that.
But with the boys?
But yeah, with the boys.
No pantalon, pied à terre.
Yeah, avec, boule, chaussette, that was back,
back
in
then.
Gonaive.
Yeah, okay.
In Gonaive, so levé sous quartier, because, I grew up, in a neighborhood, like in a Riel, a street, where, we had seven pastors, like in that, in that really.
So you were going to be the eighth one.
Seven, no, because we used to play, and then with the other boys, because the father were pastors, and everything. So what we do, we wake up in the morning, especially like, while in Port-au-Prince, going to Gonaive, every chance, that we get, we get to Gonaive, and wake up, eat, and then sit, outside, listening to music, and stuff like that. And then after that, we go and sit down with the boys, joking, playing, and stuff like that. Then after that, we go eat and football. Day after football. So after football, we all go home. We all go home
And do it again.
and get cleaned up, dress, and then each one of us, go into the city, to see our girlfriends, and stuff like that.
So only one person on one-on-one had girlfriend.
To see our girlfriends.
Because everybody in one-on-one tell me they didn't have girlfriends.
To go and see our girls
How
and
old were
everything.
you when you had the girlfriends?
Then
One-on-one is getting juicy. Because everybody tell me they were a pastor.
No.
I have Ose from iLounge. Hello, Ose. Thank you for accepting. And you were a guest here. You had no girlfriend. But see, I have a guest here. He had a girlfriend.
Yo, we
So
had
tell us
we
about
had a
our
life,
girlfriend.
man. We had a life. We didn't have a lot. We had a life, since young, I started living in community, and especially with one of my cousins. It's like when we got to Port-au-Prince and everything, we were living in the same house and stuff, So I've grown up not having a lot, but living with no lack.
Yes.
Living within our means. It's like my cousin is like a brother to me, everything to me. So
Now, before you continue, look at the camera. That cousin, is he still alive?
Yeah, that's cousin
If you had
still alive.
something to say to him, look at the camera and tell that cousin. Because this is one-on-one. If you're no longer here and he's looking at this show, what would you want him to know?
Well, that cousin, he knows that I will always be there for him, and then his integrity also kind of guide me. I'm just telling you, who this guy is, and everything.
But what would
because
you want
he's
him
a
to
high.
know?
I
What
mean,
would you want him to know? The love you have for him.
you know what, man?
Something special.
I
if
want you to know, man. I love you, Maurice Jules. I love you, man. Maurice Jules. So
Something special about Maurice Gilles. Why do you love him?
Well,
because we're gonna keep it on him for this moment. Because not many
Well,
of us find
parce que-
somebody in life
Parce que
that means a lot.
monsieur plus sérieux, parce que monsieur mec sérieux lié. So, but I mean, this guy, his integrity, he's jovial, he's genuine. So I just, love this guy. He's my brother, he's my friend, and then he carries, his integrity in his professional life. Because he's, I will say that, he's a long time servant in the ministry, in the social, ministry, ministry in Haiti. And then with that, the respect, that he earns within the government, and everything. So it solidify, what I'm saying, about him, now, because he's a lawyer now. He works, in for Department of Labor, legal law, labor law. So he's
we want to say thank you to him because
Yeah, thank you,
somehow he
Moise.
makes you who you are.
Thank you,
He
Met
is
Moise
participating.
Jules. He's
Thank you,
part
Met
of me.
Maurice Jules, for giving us this fine gentleman in our community, because I've watched Antonio for the past 20 years, because I think you came here in 2002.
Yes.
Because that's the same time I came to Atlanta.
Mm.
We have clients in common, but you and I never really spoke.
Yeah, we
but
never
we've
spoke.
been, we've been in the same circle from time to time. So thank you for creating this
Yeah, but
person to
this
help
guy
this
didn't
person.
create me. We create each other. This guy, that got même l'argent ensemble, mon cher. So we
Antonio,
were two
what school
bodies.
did you go to in Haiti? What school did you go
I
to?
went, to in Haiti elementary nativité.
Nativité.
So the story that you didn't,
I wanna
you
hear.
go into Port-au-Prince.
Mm-hmm.
So my passion, for helping, come from like hard time that we went to. My family went to at that time. when I was, like in elementary school. We used to have. Why am I helping? Every time I heard somebody saying that so and so cannot go to school, uh, they have hard time. I want to support this family in Haiti that are to send these kids to school. I want to send 3 people, five kids to school and everything that hit me because I remember we were at a point where we couldn't pay, and then
When you say
I mean my family.
Okay.
Couldn't
pay for
send
you
us to school. Couldn't pay to send us to school.
How old are you when you remember that?
Well, probably I was about like 9, 10 years old. Yeah, 9, 10
And
years old.
you have memory of you not being able to go to school.
I have memory not being able to go to school, and then the director of that school was a lady. She said because somehow they had like some kind of bond, with my family, my father, especially, and then she said, no, don't send them, don't send them home. I will take care of that until they can pick up the tab.
Wow.
So I remember, and then how that happened because at that time my father wasn't available to work because with all the sacrifices that my father was doing for us to he put us in the city to go to school to get a better education and stuff like that, whereas everybody in town on the road where we used to live, my grandma and my father and everything were saying, why you sending these guys to to the city and everything? Why don't you leave them here with you to work in the farm with you?
Oh.
You keep
so they didn't believe in education.
They didn't believe in education, because all the kids are there. So you
needed to do the same thing.
So yeah, they wanted my dad to do the same thing, and then with he works hard, and then he's a man of integrity and everything. They always making joke about him, why you working so hard, and stuff like that, and then you leave those kids over there and everything. So there is a man from Gomon, like go naive. He used to go to farm places at night, stealing people's crops. So, and then when he gets there, you better make sure that you don't find him. He doesn't see you.
Okay.
If you see him stealing in that farm, stealing the crops, you better run, because he will kill you. He killed, so many.
Where was that, in Gonaive?
In Gonaive, like in the outskirts, on the hill.
So those are the story you're telling me is from you being young.
Yeah.
And then you seen this.
Yeah, from me being young, I heard about it, because I only heard about that. I only, come to know that after whatever happened, the situation, unfold. So one day, this guy, he was trying, to get stuff from my father's, farm. So, but he's been going, getting. So one day, my father has, something, intuitions that hey, maybe that guy is in my farm. So
wow.
then he got up. It was about 3 o'clock, in the morning. In the morning, got up, and then he used to live with my grandma. My grandma says, hey, where you going? It's too early, for you to go to the farm. Where you going? And he said, no, I have to go. So he got there. When he got there, he heard the noise. So that guy, probably was, trying to get something, steal something. And
Wow,
then
thank you
when-
for sharing that
so
with
when
us.
the guy, saw him, I mean, he saw the guy, and then he trying, to get to see if the guy, will won on away, knowing that he's coming. So he didn't won. He didn't won, and then he was ready to kill, like he always, do. So to the my dad, feels that's why I get that, So and when I'm right, I'm right. So what's mine is mine. My dad, didn't care to approach him, to get close to him, and then so they started fighting. This guy, so confident he always kill, when it comes, to it. So fighting. My guys, my dad is alone, so it's about several kilometers, from the house, and stuff like that. So if that guy, were to kill my dad, then nobody will know what happened, because what he does, he just kill, dig, a force, a hole,
Dig a
and then,
hole right there and
put these people. So now he got, my dad, from the neck, and everything, and pulling, my dad to go and to get, his machete, and then, to cut my dad. So,
How old were
and
you?
then my dad, said I was about I was about 12 years old.
And you heard the story?
Well, yeah,
Or
I heard the story
okay.
because my dad, told us about the story, and we leave it. We suffered, from it, after the fact, and everything. So my dad, say, Jesus. So in the last minute, second, for him to grab, to pull my dad to grab his machete, and cut my dad. My dad said, Jesus. And then he got released, and then he caught that guy, in half. He killed him.
Your dad killed that
Yeah,
guy?
he killed him.
Ooh.
So now he got everybody was saying, whoa, how that happened? Who's that guy? Who's this guy? I mean,
Wait. Only on one-on-one.
Only,
This is something that you
no,
have not
but I
heard.
have to tell you that because listen, nobody thought, and then everybody like from like the other town like Gomon going back to Poto, Gonaive and everything. They know this guy everywhere he goes, kill.
That's what he does.
Steal and kill everybody. When everybody was, happy, this guy, and then my dad, just went to the precinct, and turned himself, in and everything.
So he was like a hero for the town.
Yeah,
Because this guy
he was
a
like
terror.
a hero. He was a terror, in town, and everything. So my dad, didn't fear, anything, he went, so I think, my dad went there supposedly to spend probably like few weeks. In few weeks, everything will because this guy, he was a prisoner, so he was released, evade, whatever they call him and everything. So there wasn't any reason for my dad to stay in prison, but c'est à cause de prison de pour rentrer ou par contre qu'il a sorti. So I had like a lawyers big time, lawyer in Gonaive, so friends of my family and stuff like that, well known. They said, well, this guy, I mean, you're gonna come out soon. You're gonna come out soon because they have nothing, on you because in a matter of procedure, So that's why they keep you to get the paperwork, and stuff like that. Oh, my dad spent close to like 18 months in jail, and then he was the sole provider of the family. So that's when because I cannot tell you about our struggle to go to school, not telling you how that happened, how that happened.
Wow. So
and then
with that situation, where your father had to go to jail. So it was left with you and your mother at that
Yeah,
time?
us, and our mother, so my mother was a merchant, like, selling, going to flea market, and stuff like that,
She had to
selling
do
goods
whatever she
and stuff
could
like
do.
that. She has to do whatever she has, with, her limited, means, and then to support us.
So you're a self-made man.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying, self-made in terms of, businesses, because I don't have a legacy of business, transferred, to me. So that's why, I said, that I'm working everything that I touch, I made it, a legacy. So from my generation, on, so they will know that, we come, my kids, grandkids, great kids, come from a
So
business, family.
before we leave Haiti, um, what school were you in Port-au-Prince? What school did you
I
go?
was in Lycée Filme.
Lycée
Filme.
It's Filme?
Yeah.
Where is that at?
Oh, in Avenue Charles Sumner in
Port-au-Prince,
close
Port-au-Prince?
to in Toujours.
Okay. I don't know that school.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know a lot of things about Haiti. So, how do you feel the education in Haiti help you for America?
Well, it helps me a lot.
Prepared.
It helped me a lot because when I get to New Jersey, to the state, for college and
Let's wait
everything.
that. Because you're gonna tell me about New Jersey.
Yeah, I mean, how do the school, help me?
Yes.
So when I get to college, and I was prepared. It was like like a piece of cake, for me.
So you felt the educational system in Haiti was good.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
the educational
So what would you
system.
have changed, looking back from the years that you was in Haiti to before you come to the United States? What would you change? What would you tell yourself then, that looking back?
A change,
Younger self. What would you tell your younger self? Because we're gonna go back to how old are you when you came to America?
I was 24.
Yes. So now, what would you tell your younger self before entering America? What would you have done differently in those on those age you were in Haiti? If you had to do something different. He's smiling, guys.
If I had to,
I don't know.
if I had to do something
different between the time you can remember in Haiti to before you entered United States. From your childhood to you had your girlfriend to playing in Ghana.
Yo, I love it. I wouldn't change a thing.
You wouldn't change it.
I wouldn't change a thing. I love it. I loved it.
It was a great experience.
It was a great, great experience. I'm glad that my uncle, Daseus was there for me to tell us. But in a sense, my uncle, he knew how he was, in Port-au-Prince, right? I mean, this guy, he's an achiever, he said, but it's not like, he loves women. Women loves him. Women, loves him. Because,
women loves your uncle.
I mean, his charisma, he's just, this guy, you see, in Port-au-Prince, when we go to any institution, a bureau, whatever it is, office, we go there, this guy, he doesn't stay in line. He doesn't take the line for nobody.
So he was a good-looking guy?
Well, I mean, I don't know if he was good-looking, but this guy, when he goes, somewhere, I mean, his demeanor, his charisma, and everything. So that surpass, any, kind of couple attraction, that, this he may have. But
so before we leave Haiti, so all you can remember is your uncle.
So my uncle, this guy, because he shaped me in so many ways, in terms of responsibility. He said, hey, you know what? You come in here, pagin moun pou babysit fi pap fini, ap toujou gen fi, on and everything. Because you know why he said that? Because he didn't want me to follow his footstep on that aspect. He didn't want me to follow his footstep in that aspect. He said,
he know he was a macho.
Yeah, he said, whatever you see, don't mimic that. Don't mimic that, whatever you see. because he know how he handled that.
So he
but
didn't want you to learn from experience.
Yeah, he didn't want me to go because he wasn't so sure that I will know how to handle that. The way he handled that. He handled it, and then he teach me a lot of in the sense of responsibility and stuff like that. Coming, to like going to an office, to take care of something. He will go around, and then looking at, the ladies, try to seduce and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, you see him inside the office.
He has the charm.
Yeah, he has
so
that.
it was a charm.
Yeah,
guy.
he has that, and stuff.
So
like
do you
that,
feel like you get any charm from him? Did you learn anything at all from him? A little bit?
Well, too much. Too much, too much.
Share a story. Can you share a story in Haiti? Can you share a story of something of your charm?
What?
How did you use your charm?
I mean,
I know you married, so
no, I mean, come on,
something. We done one-on-one. The younger generation had to know that how it worked.
Yeah, but so Barbara's when I was just lie because I've been that all that leaving Gonaïve, going to Port-au-Prince, going to the capital, for schooling and everything, where you don't have anybody to watch over you and stuff like that. What you do, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, and everything. Yeah, it teach you some sense of independence, at early age. Knowing that you come into to accomplish something. You're coming on a mission, you better go back and then show result. So that's pretty much what I can say about Port-au-Prince, how
so Port-au-Prince you didn't have, you just was in school, you didn't have so you were just focusing on school, you were just being a man, being responsible man. So now when we come back, when we come back, he played a little, he said, but we're gonna take a break. We're gonna go into his adult age because we know that he arrived in America, and we're gonna go a little bit more about the adult Antonio that you all know and love. So we'll be right back.
We'll be back.
Communion is a special time to remember what Jesus has done for you. At Communion Elements, we offer communion with a difference. From prepackaged Holy Communion cups, water, wine or juice, and wafer, all sealed into a convenient single-serving container. Celebrate Christ's kingdom in a special way with Communion Elements as a church congregation, small group, or family devotion. So, why Communion Elements? Our plastic containers or cups are high quality and 100% recyclable. Both elements, the wafer and water, grape juice or wine, are easily prepared and served conveniently and all the time. These elements are totally safe, sustainable, and affordable. In faith, let's share the body of Christ by breaking the bread and solidify the Holy Covenant with the blood of Jesus, courtesy of Communion Elements. Order our fresh and hygienically prepared Communion Elements today via our website. You can as well call or WhatsApp us through 0799 988 371. Communion Elements. Communion with a difference.
Hi, Lucida's here with Lucida's accounting firm. Happy New Year, everyone. Are you looking for a place to do your taxes? You undecided? Are you a student, a military, a nonprofit, a business? You undecided on where to get your tax done? Guess what? Lucida Accounting Firm, it's the place to go. We have been in business for well over 20 years. We're located in Marietta, Georgia. You can call us at 770-319-9181. You can also visit us at www.laftaxes.com. Guess what? We do accept walk-in this year. Just call us at 770-319-9181 to come get your tax done right. with an experienced professional who makes sure your tax is done accurately. Can't wait to see you in the office.
Sa gen zorey tende, sa gen bouche pral chante. Nan wè la puissance locale pral dégager. Le produit local vin présenter, qui pral refaire fierté. La caille nous préparé, le monde entier vin valider. Choco pam sans mal sans paille. Choco pam met qu'il sim sou rail. Choco pam. Choco pam fierté nationale. Là on fait choix choco pam zami pam. Ou mettez paysan dans travail. On nous consomme produits locaux. On sa goût de la vassis fun fait fly. Les magbè choco pam, relèm pam. Les magbè choco pam, même pas tomber. Les magbè choco pam, relèm pam. Les magbè choco pam, même pas tomber. Chocolat choco pam son produit organique qui pas mélangé à pièces substances chimiques. Li gen bon gramme protéines ak un paquet bon vitamine. Wap jwen choco pam dans toute boutique ak dans toute maquette. Pour placer commande par là, relèm nous dans 47 60 20 27 ou bien 33 45 66 39. Ou sinon, visitez local nous, route 9, national numéro 1, Caillon, Gonaïve, Haïti. Marshall Maman Game nan di ou, Chocopam, à chaque tasse, la même saveur.
Two tax professionals having fun and enjoying each other. So I'm telling you, if you are looking for a place to go do your taxes, go see Antonio.
Great stuff, great stuff. You're looking for somewhere to do your taxes? Come to Lucita, LAF.
No problem.
No
We're in
problem.
Gwinnett and Cobb County.
Yeah.
So we're here.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
guys,
great
we're
stuff.
back with our conversation. We are on one-on-one with Lucita and Mr. Antonio. He's the entrepreneur. He's the owner of Chocopam. He's the owner of DUI Defense. You can correct me if I'm
DUI
wrong.
defensive driving.
DUI Defensive Driving, and he's the owner of Fast Tax. So this young man has been in business in Atlanta since 2002. So he's, he made a name for himself, and he's a giver. He's a father. He's a husband. He's a friend. And I am so excited to have him here. Now we're in the second part of the show, and we're about to talk about him as an adult. We're getting ready to find out where he worked, how he met his wife, if he wants to talk about that, and so on. So, Mr. Antonio, let's go back to our conversation. Okay. Let's find out a little bit more about you. How did you come to America, and when did you land in America?
Yeah, I landed in America in 1990, with my brothers, sisters, on, green card, visa and stuff, because of hard work, my father put in. So, because, he wanted a better life, for us. So after my father got out, from, prison and everything. And then we totally, lost, everything, the farms, and everything. There wasn't anybody to cultivate, to work the farms. And then my father said, I remember that, my mom said to my father, why you have to go that route, because, he said, well, for me to leave, to see us, my children, suffering, I would rather not exist. I would rather not here.
Oh, wow.
So whatever happened. So, yes, my father one of the boat people. So that's when my father decided, to leave the country, by boat. That's when even, when things, getting harder.
Wow.
Things, getting harder, because, he spent a lot of time, months, maybe about 3-4 months, before he got, to the States. Mm-hmm. Before he got to the States, because, there's a lot of other, like, zone countries, island that you have to go to. Mm-hmm. In order to get here. So, and then my father, when my father came here, he works, like 2-3 jobs. 2-3 jobs. He didn't have a life. to give us a life. He sacrificed his life, to give us a life. So this guy, man, that's why, when people are saying, okay, how did you get to do this, all this? This is easy, compared to the struggle, my father, went through. This is to me easy. I got up in the morning, I live and breathe, business. This is my zone. So when I'm working, I'm in my business ventures, that this is my zone, because it's pretty easy for me because, I came from a hardworking, family. So whatever I'm doing, here, the sky is the limit, So I only stop working, when I put my head, on the pillow. That's when I stop working.
Do you remember how it was the first day in the United States?
The first day in the United States, was, easy. I'm coming to live the American dream. That, my father and my two older sisters, that were already here.
Okay.
That were already here. I came here.
So take me to the day when you arrived. Take me to that day.
The day I arrived, in Newark Airport. No, it wasn't Newark Airport, at the time. Kennedy Airport, because Newark Airport wasn't, an international airport, at the time. And then, when you come from the island, from Haiti and everything, so internationally, you go to New York. So when I get to Jersey and everything, so the apartment, were already there. My dad, my sisters, were there, and I have my aunt. My aunt, was there too.
So it was those days when everybody come to the airport to welcome.
Yeah, everybody come, to the airport, to
Did
welcome me.
they have a big sign saying welcome with balloons?
I don't remember that. That I can say honestly, I don't remember. But I had a nice, welcome. So and then that take me to like a certain struggle, that I see, our counterparts, going, nowadays and stuff like that. So I'm very compassionate, for them because I had it, easy when I got here because the everything, were already paved up, for me, for success.
So it was a smooth transition.
Smooth transition, going to school. I had a place, to stay. I have food, to eat. So I didn't have to work, if I didn't find work. So because of my father, my father and my sister were already there, and everything. So
so you had the support.
Yeah, I had the support.
So where did you go to school?
I went to school to Essex, County. That's where we started. And then transferred to NJIT, New Jersey Institute of Technology. So my background, really, I'm a manufacturing engineer. So, but from
only on one.
Yeah,
Manufacturing
engineer. I worked, 5 years for an orthopedic, a company, a manufacturer where they make, implants, instrumentation for hospitals. And stuff like that. Stryker. You heard, about Stryker. When you see the beds, so then that say Stryker, so in the hospitals, those instrumentation, stuff, Stryker made them. That was a division of Stryker, so Stryker.
Stryker was your first job, or?
That wasn't my first job. So now you're taking me to when I used to be, in the restaurant as boss boy.
Yeah,
and
tell
then,
me about that.
And then
any stories about
and
that
then,
before you go back?
After that, going to factory by Sayo, côté you gonna fair like lotions, shampoo, and stuff like that.
So did you work at okay? So busboy. Let's start with that. How was
Yeah.
that experience for you?
Yeah, that experience. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Everywhere it's always remain tough. Because when you go to this a restaurant, when you got home, mind you, man, you go into school, full time, and then when you leave, school, you're going, to work. Whereas, in the morning when you got home, close to like um, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, so you have to to wash or leave your clothes outside because the smell wet and stuff like that. You have so those parts taller than you, then you have to you have to clean the stuff and stuff. So but it's not that at that time it's not that I had to do it because that was my own money and everything, just contribute in buying what I need, but it wasn't for me to pay somewhere to stay or to eat and stuff like that, or I didn't have like um a like a actual like a family that I have to support back in Haiti and stuff like that. So yeah, I had friends, I have my cousins, not really close actual family. So meaning that I didn't have to sacrifice like if I didn't like a job I had to do it and stuff like that. So but hey, you're making money, you're working, making
So
your
that
own
was for
money.
the money.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No,
so when you got it, you came to the United States. You landed in New Jersey. So you started working and going to school. Were you doing them simultaneously, or you had to school and then work, or
yeah, school and work.
school and work?
Yeah, school and
Okay.
work. So I remember I used to be also a come on, really, right, like a like an officer to do. I used to do what you call that, I'll be not an
Security?
security officer. I used to be a security.
So you used to do that at night
I
as
work,
well?
yeah, at night, going to school in the day.
Show the kids
and
how
then-
that was, because
then,
a lot of kids think it's difficult to do these things now. So give us an example how your day would look like as Antonio during those times.
Terrible, man. Almost, not having time, to study because where I spend my time, to study, I used to spend time, at the bilingual in the bilingual department because I used to have also a part time, to help, the other Haitians, other people who speak French, Creole, and stuff like that. I used to be working
So you
in
were a
that department.
translator.
So not quite, translator. I used to be a tutor also, and then any
So you wore
social
many
thing.
hats.
Yeah, so it's from the get go. I've been doing. It's like one thing. I will be bored. Like working on only one project. One thing. So I go to school. I got financial aid, and then I made some money. Teaching, mentoring, and stuff like that, supporting the students, that who doesn't speak, English, and stuff like that. So when I leave school, I had to drive, going to work in the security thing, and then I remember one day what I do, like, it's like when you're doing security in the big buildings, professional buildings, you have to take rounds, like, going to, you're not taking elevators, right? You're going, all around, like you start at the bottom, you're going, to all the store, like, 10 or 11, floors. So you go in each floor, you pass, you have, a key to clock in. It's like knowing that you did your round, you clock in, and then there is a tape, in there to record, when you go, it's like in my shift, every 2 hours, you just, go around, the building, and everything. Mind you, all day in school, and then coming, straight to work, tired, sleepy, and everything. But I had a supervisor come in to check, and then when they come, that's when they check, the box, to see if you did your round and everything. So one day I remember what I do. I just, did my round and then come back and then get into one of the cubicles, and sleep.
And sleep.
And sleep, and then, wake up, sleep. So one day, I remember I overslept, man.
Oh, wow.
I overslept, I realized, that, it was time for me to leave my shift. Until in the morning, I heard a lot of noise, like employees started coming, people coming. I said, what? And then I wake up, I saw, like, in daylight, out there, the sun coming up. I said, damn.
So you had a good sleep.
Yeah, I had some good sleep, And then one day also, man, my supervisor came and then look at, the clock, and then I see, like, the tape run out. I said, damn, how long this tape, been running out? So I've been going all that. I could have slept, the whole night. I could have slept, the whole night, without the thing, I said, damn, man, So that was the story, for me. Then, going to school, going to work, and stuff like that, and then having to work at the school, work, elsewhere and stuff like that. So it was, we were young. I was young, full of energy, and everything. So I remember, like, going, back to Haiti, like coming from Port-au-Prince, from Gonaïve going to Port-au-Prince, like that same night. That same night you're going to school in the morning. So it's like, Sunday night, the boss, pick you up and leave like 1 o'clock in the morning, going to Port-au-Prince. And then when you get to the station and everything, you have to take your taxi, to take you home, and everything, and then just wash and go to school.
So now we're back to Haiti. So I thought we were in the United States.
That's
the same thing.
Yeah,
that
that's really the same thing, because knowing that I was young and then full of energy and everything, I could stay the whole night sturdy, and then going to
a ball. So were you a ball? Did you like to go to parties?
Yeah, I like to go to parties in Port-au-Prince and everything, because my back then my wife used to be in a pension in Haiti, because and then one of my friend, classmate, and stuff like that, long-time friend from St. Mark, and everything. So he had his girlfriend also in that same pension and stuff like that. We always, go out, with the girls, and everything. So, and then since, they cannot, after 9 o'clock, door, gate close, and then, but they say, okay, so you guys, can go out, but, the door will not stay open. Will not stay open. So you have to come back, when the doorman, open, the door, that's when you coming in. So now what we do, we go to ball, we go out to parties and everything. And then in the morning, we go to Sacré-Cœur, we take the mess, we sit there, then that's before they open the gate, So that's when, we go in.
So we are mixing, so...
Yeah.
Now, you just said something. You don't have to answer.
That's another story in Haiti.
Yeah, so you don't have to answer. So you met your wife in Haiti?
Yeah.
And then you guys came to the United States together?
I came to the United States, not together. We weren't married. We married in Haiti, but,
wow.
she came, here after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she came here after.
So you've been married a long time.
Long time. And then
What's the number?
I was dating her.
The number
I was dating her a long time too.
So that's the only woman you know?
Listen, I knew her before I married her. I dated her. We were boyfriend and girlfriend for about 11 years.
Oh. So there's hope for women that.
And then it took me also 3 years to get her.
So how old were You came when you were 24. I'm trying to do the math.
Yeah,
So
do
you
the math.
so you liked her from 10 years old?
Do the math for me, because I mean, I'm not gonna tell you how old am I. I am, but so yeah,
Wow.
I've known my wife, for long. You see,
At
me
this
by
time,
nature,
she's your friend.
by nature, I am like, I like stability by nature. It's not like
So
in
how
my
did you
life
end up
always.
in Georgia then? Because
Oh,
we
I
haven't
used to
even
be in
touched.
Jersey.
So we left Jersey, we left Haiti. We haven't even touched Georgia yet.
No,
So
we-
if you
we-
love
we come into
stability,
Georgia.
how did you end up here in Atlanta?
No stability. Not in the sense of not in the sense of like, when I see opportunities, I create opportunities. I see opportunities because in Jersey, what made me left Jersey, because to me, like, Jersey was saturated, because what I wanted to do, because that's why I left. I left my job, because when I went to NJIT in junior year, that company came to my university and then recruit me, and then I went to work
company
for
was
them.
that?
They pay for my school, they pay for books, everything.
Which company was that?
Striker Medical,
Oh, that's still
Astyanics,
Stryker. Okay.
So I went there and then worked, on design for them. Like, back then it was AutoCAD. Then, they changed thereafter to Pro Engineering, Pro E software and stuff like that. So what I used to do, design, those instrumentation for them. And then they put, on CNC machining, to manufacture, those things, and then we have programmers, and everything. So, I had my uncle. How do I get into business? I went back, to have a minor in the business administration. So, before I graduated, with manufacturing engineering and stuff like that, I had a few credits to have my minor in a business administration. So my uncle owned a firm. He was part of a corporation, like a accounting, tax and accounting firm. So I used to go and work with him on my days off, weekends, and stuff like that. So it was part of a corporation, a Haitian, corporation,
So we
in
did have
New Jersey.
corporation before.
Yeah, in New
Haitians
Jersey.
used to do business
Yeah,
together.
I mean, all these guys, they came from different universities, in the in New Jersey. They were friends and everything. They decided to open a tax corporation and stuff like that. So Omni Management, it used to call Omni Management Corporation. So and then my uncle came to didn't go to school with them, but came to franchise, to own one of the franchise, and stuff like that. So I used to go and work with them, and then go to these guys, work, because I used to know these guys, also because they were a pioneers, like of the New Jersey Student Association. So that's where I knew Madame Valles. What you call her? Yeah. So we were Nadej, and Jude. We were in that same organization, student organization. So way back. Yeah. So when I go and work with them, with this guy, they say, man, come on, man, why don't you come and work with us, man? Why you going and lock yourself into 8 hours into a closed door, and stuff like that? Come and work with us, I say, okay, I'm coming. But every chance that I get to not to go to work, I take it. My vacation, I'm working with these guys, So, and I used to have like another guy I used to work with him. He always look at him like when I'm sitting down, somewhere by myself, and then he used to call these other guys, say, look at him. He's thinking, because they know I'm doing a lot of stuff. They know, like, when I'm there, I'm not like there. I'm thinking about, other stuff.
10
like,
other things.
10 other stuff like that, So I'm just doing it, for doing it. They paid for my school books and everything, and they paid good. They empower you when you get to that work. I didn't have to clock. You know, I didn't took. I'm talking about like 19. I think I'm talking about 98, 99, 2001, and everything.
So
I
let me
didn't have
put a
to-
timeline to it. So you were working with Stiper. That's the name of the-
Striker,
Striker.
America, Castellanos.
So that was your main job.
my main job.
And then you got with the Omni guys, to learn income tax.
Yeah, I mean
So
to
you were
to
doing that
to,
as
to, to work with them, especially like in my
days off.
my uncle's office.
Office.
You know,
Okay.
because I was there to support him because he wanted me. He wanted
you
me
to learn the
you know
business.
to be there, you know, with him to support, because I was a big support, you know, for him, because you know I've always been smart. You know, so I mean, and then I learned so much, you know, from him. I was like, you know, his
Right-hand
son.
man.
I was like, you know, his son. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, because I mean, I come here being able to open my office, you know, confident
So how did
enough.
that come about? So you moved to Atlanta. Did you move with a job, or did you just
Okay.
decided I'm moving to Atlanta? What got you to Atlanta?
Well, I got to
Because
Atlanta.
I'm sure your audience wanna.
I came
Guys,
to
thank
Atlanta.
you for watching.
Yeah.
Now-
Thank you, Mike. So I can see, you know, who is watching me, you know. So,
We're just
so,
having a good time. Thank you for watching, guys.
Okay, thank my audience for me.
Oh,
please.
I'll take back to West
I know.
Side Division.
Yeah, I know
My
everybody's
godson,
watching me and stuff.
everybody's-
Yeah. So back then, you know, like, you know, coming to Atlanta, because I felt like over there I wanted, you know, to open an office. But it was saturated over there in New Jersey. You know, to me it was saturated. And then back then we were looking for houses. A bunch of like, you know, old beat up, you know, houses, you know, asking so much money for them, you know, because c'est folie acheter yeah, well, you know, quand on parle de passer tout comme ça malgré. And then I had a friend here in Georgia. I came to visit him, you know. I came to visit him, and then I see, you know, this guy, you know,
He's living the life.
living the life and everything, peaceful, like, you know, family life, you know, and everything. I told, you know, my wife, you know, like, you know, hey, we're moving.
How many
I said-
kids at that time?
I had, you know, 2 at the time. I mean, I have 3 kids.
You have 3
know,
kids.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we had.
So
I
are
had
they
2 kids.
young? Old?
Yeah, they're young. My daughter is 25. My oldest, you know, 25. My other son, you know, 21. And then my latest, you know, youngest, you know, daughter is 17 now.
Wow.
So it's like, you know, 4
years
years
apart.
apart, you know.
So
I
it's
split
like
them.
you blend them.
Yeah, so I'm always like that, because maybe for my sister also. My sister, you see, like my sister, one of my sisters, he's, I mean, son dame qui était toujours première dans toute classe, quand même,
Wow.
on voit que t'étais, bah, ça, she values education, you know, so much and everything. She planned her kids according to the calendar year, the school calendar year. So he said, you know, okay, if I give birth like in the middle of the year, that's mean, you know, my kids, you know, will lose, you know, 1 year school. so that's why, you know, she planned, but not that, you know, the 4 year apart, you know, that, you know, I planned them, you know, like
just
that.
so happened.
But you know, it's like, you know, I'm coming from, you know, that.
Now let's go
that
back.
knowledge.
So did you like when you moved? You decided.
Well,
okay,
you know,
you're gonna
I decided,
get your
you know,
big mansion.
I
So
moved.
you got your big
No,
mansion.
it's not, it wasn't like a big mansion. It's it was like it's just, you know, a
beautiful
regular
home.
house, beautiful home.
Okay.
You know, I
How
mean,
did the kids take it? Did they like it?
ah,
they were young,
Yeah,
right?
they were young. They were
Okay.
young. Anywhere you put them, you know, they will be.
Any
and stuff like that.
regrets?
So no regrets, you know, whatsoever, because I was prepared. Because even before, I was in Jersey. All right, I had another uncle who was in my wife's uncle was a broker, like a real estate broker in New York. And then I remember, like every Saturday, I was, you know, to cross, you know, the tunnel, you know, going to be with him, you know, and work, you know, with him. And then I ended up, you know, got, you know, my a real estate, you know, license from New York.
This man
So
did everything.
I
right?
got my real estate license.
Wait. I'm having so much fun getting to know
Yeah.
this guy. So you have a lot under your belt. So let's share with the audience. So a little bit of your background. Tell us about your degrees. What do you have? Let's go.
Okay. The reason why I got into engineering, because like when we grow up, in Haiti, you go into school, you're gonna become a lawyer, an engineer, what have you, doctors and stuff like that.
You have to have one of those.
Yeah, one of those.
Prestigious.
Prestigious, things.
Yes.
So it's only now with talking about skill, work, and stuff like that. But
let's go back. You were an engineer.
Yeah,
Tell
I'm
me,
a manufacturing,
I'm listening them.
manufacturing,
manufacturing
engineer.
An accountant.
I'm a realtor, an accountant.
An accountant.
I'm an instructor.
An instructor.
Yeah,
DUI
I teach,
instructor.
DUI. I teach, DUI Prime for Life. I teach, defensive driving.
Defensive driving.
What else? That's it.
And then he has Chocopam.
I mean,
the biggest thing, that's the business.
venture,
So, but that's a business venture.
That's
a business
venture.
Skills.
Yeah, I own a DUI school for the past 15 years.
How did you get into that?
How did I get into that? It was the tax and accounting that I opened, first. Why I opened, the tax and accounting, how I was able to fund, the office, and stuff like that, because I used to be in selling, retailing, land. So land sales. So going to the outskirts, of Georgia, Green County, Oconee County and stuff like that. So I got into.
Are you still a realtor?
I'm still a realtor, because I used to be a gold producer with Century 21. I started with Century 21. When I left New Jersey, I transferred, because they are reciprocal. I transferred my license from New York, to Georgia, and I was brokerage with Century 21. So I used to sell, so many, houses and stuff like that. Relocate, so many people from the north to Georgia and stuff like that. So when I met with that a lawyer, a attorney in Green County, and then they were looking, for to sell, to retail some lands, and stuff like that. So I started, selling some land, and then I didn't quickly open, an office when I moved from New Jersey. But I knew when I came, I wasn't, gonna work for that company, because they had like a warehouse, here in Georgia, not a manufacturing, plant. So I came here. I said, well, I started, doing taxes with the people that I know and stuff like that, at home. When I came here, they wanted me to move, with a branch, of that
the group
to
of
here.
guys.
But I don't know the landscape, yet and everything. So I waited. I ended up, opening, my office, not with, not with them. So it was, separate, from them. When I came here, I said, okay, so I have my real estate license. I'm selling, houses, relocate, people and everything, making money, budget myself, I may make, sell a house, now, or 1 or 2 or 3, and then it will take me another 2 months, 3 months, before I make a sale. So, my mortgage, being paying for 3-4 months,
Nice.
so at time. So that's how I budget myself and everything. And then when I felt, that, I gained enough, I would say, a popularity into the country, knowing, so many people, even the people that I relocate, they become family to me and everything. They do everything, with me. So I open, the office, whereas, the land, the real estate, can fund, the rent, and then all those stuff. So I open it, and then I used to be friend with the director of Small Business Development Center for UGA, Robert Endo. So this guy, one day he told me, okay, so you have all these rooms, there, that training room, and stuff like that. He says, okay, why don't you try to put it to use? Then that's when, he told me, hey, I have a client, who own a defensive driving program. So I have three disciplines in my three programs in school, DUI, a driving under the influence, which is risk reduction, defensive driving, and driving behind the wheel, teaching people how to drive. So, but that back then, that lady only had the defensive driving. So he said, well, I have a lady who owns a defensive driving school and everything. She's doing well. Why don't you think about using this facility to conduct, some training and everything? So I said, I'll look into it. But it took me about 3 years to put all my ducks in a row, all the certification that I need, qualification in order to open, the school. Even, after I opened the school, I wasn't, a teacher then because I didn't have the credential in substance abuse, and stuff like that. But when I come to work with a counselor, so and then I got, those credit, from him, over the years, then I become, qualified with all, my all the degrees, all stuff, to be an instructor. But when I opened the school, I was, I was, the owner, the director. But I hire other instructors, to teach, for me, and stuff like that, teach the curriculum. So I opened, that school because tax accounting is seasonal. So he look at, the facility. He said, all these things are money, lost, so it's just you have to do something with the facility and stuff. So then I opened, the school. So, but at first it was the real estate, income revenue that was, helped me keep, the lights on.
It's so funny.
And stuff
I
like
never
that.
knew you were a realtor.
Yeah.
I just know you do taxes. I just know you.
Yeah, I'm a realtor. I always keep, my license and everything. I have, referrals, people who are that, all clients, that I sold, they always refer their families, stuff, to me. But now I can tell you that, I always, I know, what I don't know. I respect, other professionals, in the fields that, spend time, they recycle, themselves, and stuff like that. So I can tell you that real estate, changes so much. Okay? So if you don't really keep up, with the changes and everything, so you're going to make a fool out of yourself, or you're not going to provide the services that you're supposed to provide, So I partner with other realtors that are vested into the business, like get their credits, and stuff like that. So they in it. So I always, renew, get my EC credit, to renew my license. I'm still a full-blown, realtor. But, when I get the deals and everything, I partner with other realtors, I give them referrals because I don't have time to go to work, to houses, and stuff like that. I don't have time for that.
Because you're doing so much.
You're doing so much.
Now, Antonio, we've been talking.
Yeah, we've been talking. We're not even,
we're not
halfway.
even at half of it.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to have to bring you back.
Yeah.
Now, there's a few questions that we always ask our guests before they leave. Do you have any?
Before I leave, I mean, you kicking me out?
Yes, we're kicking you out.
Oh
because,
my! What time is it?
It's 7:30.
Okay, 7:30. Okay. So so what about Chocopam? Do you know what Chocopam? If you're not talking about Chocopam, don't invite.
Okay,
I'm not invited.
But Chocopam will be a special guest.
I wasn't invited.
Okay, let's talk about Chocopam.
You're not
Tell me a little bit about
Chocopam.
Chocopam.
Listen, Chocopam is my baby. Everything else I'm doing, they will pass. Okay, after Antonio. You will not hear about fast tax and accounting services. You will not hear about DUI, defensive driving. You will not hear about none of that.
That was
but
what I was going. I was
the
going to ask
legacy.
You, what is your legacy?
It's the legacy that I'm trying to leave behind, So with, Chocopam is my creation. And then it's every time, somebody look at it, and say, wow, how did you come up with the idea? What, because, I mean, I come up, with the product, in everything, services that I provide, product, that I made and everything with the consumers, in mind. I want to show them something because I went back to Haiti. I've been in business for so long in the United States. It's like contributing to the to the prosperity, to the economic development, of another country. But I wanna go home to do something, for my country, for my people. So whether I can provide a job, put food, on 10 families, 15 families, so far, put food on the table. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my part, and I'm gonna contribute.
Wait, let me understand. So you use Choco Palm as a way to give back to Haiti?
To Haiti.
How
to
do
my
you
country.
do that? Tell the audience, how is purchasing Choco Palm helping a family in Haiti?
Yeah, each time you drink a cup of Choco Palm, you buy a bar of Choco Palm. You're supporting a family that you don't even know. A lot of people here, they don't know how to give to Haiti. They're not connected. So you can use a Choco Palm as a vessel to do whatever impact that you're trying to do in Haiti. That's what I'm doing. With or without, I may go to other communities, market my product to other community, and then get the means, what I need to in order to grow the business, and then to create more jobs, because from the farmers to the transportation people to the factory, where we manufacture the product and everything. So I'm supporting close to 15 15 employees, 15 families. And then I can tell you, they are, right now, I'm supporting, the payroll, in Haiti, because, we're going to a lot, with the situation, social political situation, in Haiti right now. And then that's why I can tell you that, my stock, is depleted, now. I have, nothing, now. I have God put, so many people into my path, ways, and then stuff like that. They see the vision and everything, and then they willing, to provide me, the services, to provide me the services. Like I have a broker in Haiti, that get all the paperwork, ready to send those stuff, to me here. I have a broker in Atlanta to clear that, from custom, knowing that, this product, that you see here, it doesn't, go under like, a containers, in the boat, and everything, because I want to make sure that I control, the climate, where the product, is being handled, so that when I give you that box of Choco Palm, I know what's in it. The same way it comes from the manufacturer, okay? Sorti nan usine c'est même gens li vin joindre nous. M'pa besoin, like, after I sell this bags of chocolate, somebody open it, calling me, say, hey, this thing is spoiled, and stuff like that. So I make sure that, I respect, all the manufacturing, standard, international standard, to bring, this product, to you. So, and then étranger, Haitien, everybody loves it. Everybody loves the concept, the packaging, a packaging, that, aim to compete, with the best, in the world, the best chocolate in the world. Right now, I'm in the process of rebranding. In the mix of my company, always, crash, or almost crash, and then I'm thinking about, a new concept to get to go to the international. When you go to my website and then you see that, you say, oh, this thing, went up, it went up, and stuff like that. But
I was trying to get it from you.
I got to give you a reason. I'm going to give you a reason, for that, because, if you don't get it, if you don't consume it, the international community gonna consume it, because this is where I'm going. I'm not here to stay in the Haitian community with Choco Palm.
Only
Because
on one-on-one. He's
5
not
years,
here to stay
5 years,
in the Haitian community.
5
But
years.
we have to tell people too, don't have a business for the Haitian community.
Yeah, of course
You have
not.
to have a business to
Yeah.
go international.
But, you know,
so I'm proud of you for saying that.
The business is in the community. It's a sense of pride.
Pride.
It's pride, you know, for us to show that, you know, nous pas besoin quitter al sal pays avec un paquet de pépé, un paquet de vieux bagailles, on prend stuff
There's
like that.
something of
Because
standard.
when I opened a Chocopam, I didn't have the concept merchandising, like a commercialization, you know, of the product. All I have my passion, you know, to get, you know, do the best, you know, product, you know, that I can get, you know, something to impress people, something, you know, to really say, wow, I'm
did
proud.
something.
It's a Haitian product. Haitian product. And then, of course, I could have a lot of people told me, you know, why don't you go, and then even 3 years ago, why don't you go, everything that's going on in Haiti, go to Santo Domingo. Or that's what I do here. I create enterprises. I'm an entrepreneur.
That's it.
You know, I'm create enterprises. I could bring here. There are formulas to do business here in the U.S. There is no formulas to do business in Haiti. You know, there are no formulas to do business in Haiti. For the 5 years, I've been doing running Chocopam. Chocopam don't, you know, it doesn't put food on my table. I'm still investing, developing, you know, Chocopam. So that's why I told, you know, my workers, you know, in Haiti, Chocopam is for you because you being, you know, that's what put food on your table, you know. But me, I'm doing other stuff that, you know, leverage me to spend money, to sustain myself, you know, and stuff like that. So if it was, and then I told them also my staff, in my administrative staff and everything. So you guys, you know, I'm only one phone call away. So I'm full time, you know, with Chocopam, even, you know, like, you know, time and a half, you know, with Chocopam. Full time with Academy of DUI, full time, you know, with Fast Tax and Accounting Services and stuff like that. I'm involved in every little details because I'm like that, man. You know, it's not. I don't know if it's a good, you know, or bad, but it works for me.
It works
so
for you.
For me to for my stuff, I have no excuse for my failure. It's not like, you know, oh, Lucita was supposed to do that, he didn't do it. Oh, so and so in Haiti was supposed to do it, they didn't do it, you know, and stuff like that. I have to make sure, like, when after I delegate you to complete, you know, certain tasks, I have to stay, you know, I have to stay in it, yes. You know, to follow up, you know, and stuff like that, to see what's going on, because it's not after the fact they say, oh, I'm sorry, you know, but it's already
it's already done.
It's already done.
There's nothing you can
you know,
do.
so meaning that I am the sole responsible for my success, for my failure and everything. I have nobody to blame if I don't get it because there's something that I didn't do. For me to sometimes, like, for me to make sure that it's done right, I have to do it.
Awesome. What would you tell your younger self?
My younger self. If my younger self, you know, no, okay, my younger self, I would tell my younger self, why didn't you, you know, for everything that I know now, you know, why didn't you, you know, start with me, you know, younger?
No.
Okay, so now.
Don't we all say that?
Yeah, why, you know, for all that I know now, the energy, like, you know, the drive, you know, and everything, because I know why.
What would you tell your kids that are watching you? What would you tell them?
My kids, you know, that are watching me, you know, these kids, you know, are so proud of me as of now, especially my youngest, my daughter, because she's homeschooling and then she works with me now. You know, she's you know, my administrative assistant. You know, my administrative, she knows everything, the ins and out about the school. Because, you know, all I do now is teaching. I teach, you know, because she book, you know, the student, you know, she does everything. She interacts.
The 17-year-old?
Yeah, she's 17 years old.
Congratulations.
Man. You know, I wish, I wish, you know, my 25, because she came to work with me. She said, I'm giving you a year and a half or two because I'm not staying. I try to get her to go and get certification to teach. I try to get her involved into some stuff because so I can leave like a layer of
A
what
legacy,
I
a
do of what I do, because what I needed to do, I have each of my kids take over one
Part of your
business, part of the business. Okay, that's for you, that's for you, that's for you.
So you were leaving,
Yeah.
instead of giving them a car,
Yeah,
you
a
leaving
car.
a business.
Yeah, leave
That's
them, a
very
business.
smart.
Yeah,
'cause
leave them a business.
You want to live on
because
to the next.
I spent about over like 20 years building what I'm building,
Yes.
and then
That's how I feel.
all of a sudden I'm not here.
Yes.
But guess what? Even if they're not up to that and everything, so of course I'm not gonna get all of them taking over businesses, manage businesses and stuff like that. I told my elders, even if you're not sitting here managing the business and everything, you can hire a manager and administrative assistant, and stuff like that. Well, but she wanna go into like fashion designing and stuff like that. She graduated into that field and stuff like that. But she doesn't do it. But guess what? I structured my business for you guys out there. It's not like I'm tired of running small businesses.
Exactly.
Being small, I cannot be like 20 years doing business
Doing
and
the
then
same
I'm
thing.
still I'm a small business owner. Come on
No.
now, small business
Give me
owner.
5. That's what I'm talking about.
Small business owner.
It's time to 10x.
Yeah, come on,
It's
man.
time to be in the next level.
Yeah, come on.
That's why we're having this
And then
conversation, so people know.
And then you see all of my businesses right now. I can franchise any of them, because I'm still working on that. I'm not there. Because like for Chocobam, somebody may come and say, okay, I like the brand. I'm coming to I got $5,000. I have 20,000. I got 10,000. I cannot take it because I don't have the structure yet to attract entertain investors and stuff like that. But I know one thing. I can come and then say, well, you know what, okay, I'm selling, a fast tax. I'm selling, the UI and stuff like that. So it's not like, I'm not there, my business is not there and everything. I don't have money in the bank, but I have assets. I have assets.
And asset is wealth. A lot of
Yeah,
people
it's
don't know
wealth,
that. This is how
So,
you build wealth. The first way to build wealth is to create assets and investment.
Yeah,
so a lot of our people don't
this
think so.
business, that I may not, somebody may not me see rich, in what I do in a business, but I have a structured business that I can sell, for millions, If I don't want to take it, handle it anymore.
We can be here all night now before because we have everything that's good have an end, but we have to get to the end. So now
where you going? I'm here. I'm like you. Here. You can do me la. I'm sure do me la.
Guys, thank you for keep watching iSpace 2. Follow iSpace 2 because we have content like that we're gonna bring to you, because I'm getting to know our community, because everybody in the community is doing things that are extraordinary. However, everybody's doing it in a small.
Scattered.
It's small.
Yeah, too small.
So we're tired of it. Right? It's time
to
bring it to the full force. Now, Mr. Antonio.
Yeah, questions for me?
Yes.
Questions?
What is your definition of success?
Woo, success?
Yes.
Success is me.
Success is you.
Yeah. I mean, success, depending on, how you look at it, to somebody, success, maybe, hey, I set a goal, I achieve it, I reach, success, or success is seeing, my kids, graduated, like, my father was proud, to, before he passed, to see all of us, being, his work, being fruitful to all of us and stuff like that. He knows, hey, if I'm leave, I know my kids, will be fine, and stuff like that. So that's the goal of every parent, knowing that the kids, are okay. I mean, seeing that the kids, are accomplishing, something, finish their school, having a good job, and stuff like that. But, to me, to myself, like, you're talking about in general, but success, to me, it's me, it's the journey, it's what I'm living, getting every day, getting, to do what I'm doing, living, a humble life, and impactful, life to my clients, my surroundings, and everything. So that's why, I'm successful. I'm a successful, man. Making a difference, in the community at large, because my a Haitian, client, in the community is only like, a 1/4 to less than 1/4, because, of, yeah. Because, I mean, you don't hear me like, oh, tax, tax. I have my long-term, clients, like I told you, I may be teaching, and then they come, they send me the paperwork, and everything. They know everything. People that I've been filing, for 5-10 years and everything ever since, I started doing business. And, this business is like that. Every year you win some, you lose some, because the situation changes, or
and we don't want
want
that.
to
We don't want
they
to
want
win,
to
but it's part
yeah.
of the business.
Yeah, part of the business. They move.
testing.
They testing. I mean, it's okay for them to test. I mean, that's why, even in my office, when you come, say, I want to make me some money. I say, I don't make people money. I make sure that you get all the credit, due to you and everything. But, if you want to say something like that, here's the restroom right there. Go to the restroom, say it, flush it, flush it, and then, whoever that can make you money, here's your document, because I have the right to
say no,
to send out, to refuse your business, okay, my service.
Now, this is not part of one-on-one, but I just want to take that opportunity, since we're in the same field, with the tax business. What's been the most challenging things for you running a tax business here in Atlanta? What's one of your challenge?
One of my challenge, the challenge is, will come, based on the expectation, what, you have, because, I mean, I brush off.
You being political about it.
It's not really political, but, if you're talking political, I see where you're going. You're probably going to the community and stuff like that.
Yes.
To the community, it's education. Lack of education, the most challenging. I would say, education. The people, they don't take time, to really educate, themselves. When they come to me, they come, to LAF, that sit down, make sure that certain people, I said, like, when you come to me, I explain to you everything that goes, in your file, and everything in taxes. You can go and do it yourself. Because don't think, like, because, you are educated, you speak English, you can just, go get a tax software, and you shortchange yourself, and then, if you have doubt, if you know that much, like I tell them, like, if you know that much to go and do it, your own tax, why don't you come and work, in my office? Let's come in my office and make money. Because everything that I know, I make money with it. So if you know that much, let's come, let's make a group, let's work together. Because that's how.
Let's create a tax association. Let's not worry about Lucida do tax, this person do tax. Because let's build a community where we share knowledge.
Because everybody has, their niche. Lucida have, her niche, I have my niche, and everything. But, when we come together, we build like a powerhouse and stuff like that. That's where the community will prosper. But I work, with several other, in terms of referrals and everything, other professionals and everything. I've been in this community a long time, when this community were in the community, So
we didn't have
I work,
all
like, Franz Bouger, like a certain things, that, I need, certain services, that I need. I know I call him, I said, yeah, as a CPA, hey, because I respect, I know what I know what I don't know. Okay, if I file, even, if immigration, I immigration services and everything, I have a lawyer in my office, and stuff like that. So if anything, I told him, hey, go see Kevin.
Jersey.
Go see Kevin, and stuff like that, so, but, depuis on bagay comme si, dépasse him,
And I think it's good to do that in the community, because I think the community would be stronger.
Yeah,
instead of thinking you know it all.
Yeah.
For me, I always tell people, if you come here, I don't know something, I always tell you, give me a few minutes, let me research it. We will work on it together, because not everybody knows everything to know about every subject.
I have a network of people I can, call. Like, I may call, Kevin. I said, Kevin, tell by. He says, well, this, that, and that. It's like, I don't have to transfer the file to him. He's, it's like.
It's like we connected.
Yeah, we connected and said, okay, you go ahead, do this, do that. But because he knows, like, clients that I'm, the majority client that I'm sending, to him, I mean, he wouldn't even have time, to do them, because, I mean, the referral automatically, going to referral, to him. So he doesn't care, like, to be selfish, like not telling me what I need to know, to move on with a file, and stuff like that. But pendant à parler, like, communauté, communauté, nous, Timon, il n'est pas aussi mal que ça, non? Parce que l'autre communauté qui peut mal passer, nous, oui, petit. I mean, it's just.
True. That's so true.
Okay, but I don't take it personal when somebody don't do business with me. I know
neither.
so many people in this community, friends, close friends, whatever. They don't do business with me. They don't have. I don't have no problem. I have people coming to me, like, using to file taxes with me. They just, I don't see them. I'm not gonna call you. So if I know you need it, if you need me, you will come to me. Depuis m'ba me connais on l'autre monde va joindre. I mean, on l'autre monde va joindre. I mean, it's not mon qui prend, va joindre l'autre monde because there is something.
But they always say.
But they cannot.
If they lose me, they go somewhere else.
And then after 2 years or 3, where mon app vient paraître sous tant qu'on sait, passer sur son dos. Tout douce, vini, yo vini avec, papier avay, tell like that. Like I told everybody, for the past, 20 years, 20 plus, I've been doing this. I'm not a fly by night, in the tax preparer accountant. So I'm here. So it's not like I put, my office and put back when made a chaque, a tax season, to make some money, and then they go on vacation. I'm here 24/7. 365 jours. I'm here.
And
so
you see
anything.
our face, that we exist.
So some people that you want, to handle your financial, document, paper and everything issues. You cannot even see them, after the tax season. Et pour pas même connaître côté you can be filed. Okay, key type, the security system, they have in place, to protect, your identity, your stuff. Because when my cybersecurity guy, gonna say, well, hey, listen, we started at $700 a year for me to support you. Now, Chief, $10,000 can do it. $10,000 can do it, Chief, because, I'm out of pocket, with you. So all my other clients, are paying me $15, $20. And then to put you under that umbrella, and then I have to put you there because the level of security that you need, that require for you to operate, to handle people's, files and everything. So you can afford that, guys. You need to, you can't afford a lawsuit. You need to have that. You're my friend, my long time, client and everything. So I cannot see you go down, like that, just for carelessness or being cheap, and stuff like that. So whatever we have to do to scale up your practice, and then to be able to afford, my service, the service that you really need, we have to do it. So it's very important. It's not to scare people off, and everything, but hey, I mean, I don't have to get your business, I don't have to get it. That's why I'm doing so much, because m'pa fait miracle ensemble avec taxa tout.
I think you and I, because we're in the same field, we can understand. Because being in that field, it forces you to create more businesses. Because sometimes the client thinks it's the tax money that's doing everything.
No,
but
I mean,
we have to
I don't
create
know.
other businesses
to
survive.
Maybe because the tax industry, I mean, it changes.
It's
now.
gonna be obsolete.
Obsolete. I mean, it's gonna be obsolete. Not only it's gonna obsolete, they're gonna transform it.
Especially this year, you see how much it changed, right?
Yeah. So
Because
and then also, wouldn't it be in the best interest?
Second part of one-on-one, guys.
In the best interest to hire an educated, tax preparer professional, on that field, who keep up, with the trend, with update, with all the tax law and everything. Parce que, law al travail ou même, et moi-même chita là, Lucita chita là 24/7, 7 jours sur 7 and everything. Keep up, with the trend and everything, keep up with all the updates, and everything. So, ou même, ou pas qu'à attendre comme si on moun na travail. Or, so and so na travail la, this, that. I say, well, my client, got it. If you're my client, got it. Listen, if you're my client, I'm going to give you your file. I don't work with you anymore, because, all my clients knows that, you're not going to tell me something that somebody says, in the, I educate you enough.
So you don't say things like that.
So you don't say things, you don't listen to people like that. You cannot change them. They're going to say that. M'bavo yo al fight ensemble avec notre travail là pour dire d'ailleurs ou pas même qu'à expliquer vraiment on prend so don't start anything you cannot finish. So but you dit on bagay boy ici tout le temps de l'autre bord. But if you say committed to me, I'm committed to you, that I'm gonna give you the best service, that to give you the peace of mind. IRS, pas audit, chien, cochon and everything, c'est chrétien vivant, you audit. Que n'importe là, you voyez yon lettre ba ou, c'est moi qui fais taxe ou pour le ban moi. Mais l'autre moun yo pas besoin yo pour ba yo letter, because they already know what they were supposed to do, and then you have to go, mais paye comme là, whatever IRS ba dia balil. Alright? So that's too much to say, today in that one short little thing you come in. Listen, Lucita.
Yes.
Regardez, combien de sacrifices je faire pour me la aujourd'hui, juste côté me sorti pour me venir là aujourd'hui. Right?
Qui t'o parlé?
So, nous avons une classe aujourd'hui qui commence 9h pour 6h. So
yes.
I let this guy go like 4:30 and stuff.
And I appreciate that. And
before then,
it speaks volume to the person you are.
Yeah,
because I reached out to you 3 months ago.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna do that to you, Lucita, because whatever I had to do to be here today, because parfois si m'ta supposé gon classe, et c'est ça qui fait d'accord it's hard for me to plan certain things, ahead of time, because si m'gen yon class qui rotate, from switch from this weekend to next weekend, and then I already had something, because like last weekend I was free, not free, but I wasn't teaching DUI, so I had to.
So how often you teach?
And got them lunchtime, go change, and then come back and then wrap things up.
I appreciate
see whatever they had to
sacrifice.
see for the day, and then tomorrow I'm gonna get, right back at it. 9 to 6.
9 to 6.
Yeah,
Well, that's what we
educated
do.
people. Yeah.
That's what we do. And you say you're a servant. That's what you do.
Yeah, I mean, and then
your
it's-
name speaks
got
for
it.
you.
Whatever
so I've learned
service.
so much today. What have I learned?
Got it. Don't close this thing yet. I have to say something. Whatever services that I provide, whether it's services, whether it's goods, whatever I provide to you should have more value than the money that I'm getting from you. So, l'on acheter un bâton chocolat, ça suppose qu'il y a plus valeur que l'argent qu'on ban moins. I provide, a service, because I've seen it. That's why I'm so proud of myself. I'm a successful, guy because I'm living it. It's not like you see a bunch of money here and there, but
You plan.
yeah. I'm just at peace with what I do. Le mal dormi la kay moi, I sleep like a baby. I don't want, I don't have to worry about, FBI, federal, vin nan derrière bagay sa
the
yo.
funny thing, you said
Because
that.
something I did.
When you in business for so long, there's certain things you just don't do.
No.
Because you like, I've done
You have
that.
too
I've
much to
been there,
lose,
done that. Like right
so
now,
much
I
at
have
stake.
clients that are retiring with me. They started with me when they were in their 40s, and that they are retiring. So that speaks volume to me. That means this person trusted me for all these years to come to me. And I'm sure it's the same thing with you.
Yeah.
People are coming to you that's been with you for
Yeah,
years.
for
so
years.
it's like we
they
are
are
a
so
staple in the community.
Yeah, they are a source of business, to you. They retired, they're in Social Security. They have no other income coming. They don't file taxes anymore, but they're out there, like
Talking
an
for
ambassador for
you.
you.
Oh my gosh.
So it's
Yes,
it's good, man. I'm just
I feel
happy.
proud of.
I love, the accomplishment, the achievement is that like you servicing, a clientele, a community, and stuff like that. Bon, plus pas toujours les étrangers yo vini, on prend yo bagay, apprécier travail ou faire, the skill and stuff like that. When they look at you, they say, oh, I would love my son, I'm gonna send my son, to you, to talk to you, to see, because my son is interested in that, my son is into that, and stuff like that. So I love
It's
that.
like you're a role model.
Yeah, I love that, so, but.
What advice you have for one-on-one? What
For-
advice you have for this show today?
Maybe me, because this is the first time you got me, and then I had so much to say, so much I'm not saying, and stuff
But you
like
can
that.
come back. One-on-one
So-
is gonna be there for a second time when you have things that you want to share.
Yeah.
You want to tell to the
Yeah, but
audience.
next time you're gonna have your little bench, sitting down, pour nous bailler causer.
Pour nous bailler-
Ouais, c'est cause.
So we'll
on
do
va
that.
le faire regarder caméra, bagay, la fini mettre suit, bagay, on prend, three-piece suit, on want stuff like
So
that.
next time, n'a pas
So,
avec ti
conseil de
pota,
bagay.
n'a pas avec ti
Gade-
rad nou,
gade,
et puis n'a pas
conseil
causé.
de bagay ou pas qu'à parler avec three-piece suit. On va tout le monde.
Ah, c'est ça, son homme d'affaires qui l'a. So n'a changé,
No,
n'a
yeah,
changé,
because
n'a changé.
so at least we can respect, the mood, the personality, that we are in and stuff like that. So when I have to lay back, kick back, I kick back, but right now, I'm the
Oui.
professional.
Li va ka fait tout bail,
Okay,
c'est
no,
c'est pied croisé.
No. Yeah, but you didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me.
I said it's
it
story
was gonna
time.
be.
It's easy. You parle ki j'aime bien moi-même. Moi relax. I'm relaxed. I'm here to get to know Antonio.
Yeah.
Ou kompren nou te ka
Get
vini
to
avek
know
ti
me.
kepi ou ti bagay ou just vin pale.
Yeah.
Vin bay koze, ki ti medam ou te
Yeah,
gen.
yeah, people. I love you guys, man. I love my community. I love, my people. They know that too, even ou konen like gen de moun ki gen wap fe business ensemble avem, but they cannot say why. Or even like in anything, you're gonna see
You
people
gonna
that
find that.
qui pa remem, tout le monde remem da.
Oh, excuse me.
Tout le monde remem.
Vous entendez?
Même moun ki pa remem nan pa kon pou ki sal va remem.
I like that. I like that. Même moun ki va remem nan, pa kon pou ki
Ki pa
sa.
remem nan, ki ta pense ki pa remem nan.
Li pa kon pou ki sa. Pasel pa mèm kono mèm.
Got it. Lucita,
This is
it's
good.
like, somebody going somewhere to talk bad about Antonio.
What you gonna
because
say?
I work hard. What you gonna say about me, and then where you gonna say it? Because I mean, mbawe ki bo pou ale, on prend tout moun ke me dit l'ensemble avec yo, on prend pour aller dire Antonio this, Antonio that, you know, and then I'm care for my name. That's why ou pa wè comme si tellement full, we say this guy is shy and stuff like that, because like I could have take
We have to make sure the mic is
I could have took the social media in storms, you know, like I don't have the guts that a lot of people has, because people, you know, like in the social media, you see that they have nothing of substance, you know, they can they provide, you know, to people and everything, and then they making a killing, you know. I have so much thing. I mean, I can have stuff about, you know, taxes, you know, accounting and stuff like that, educational stuff. I can have stuff about which I should have stuff about DUI, defensive driving, you know, and stuff like that, you know. So many things, you know, about entrepreneurship, you know, and stuff like that. So a bunch of things, you know, I don't have them, but you see, like, you know, people making stuff up, you know, creating stuff, all kind of, you know, dramas and stuff like that, and then making, you know, a killing, you know, as opposed, you know, to me that, you know, felt that I have, you know, so much to offer, and then I'm too shy, you know, to, or I don't have the skills, don't have the skill, you know, to
I just don't think you're
to
shy.
convey, you know, the information, you know, and stuff like that. So
But you're
I
doing
think I
that now.
should-
Look, we just spent 2 hours. So I'm going to have to call you back. Right now, I'm booked until September. So let's have another one-on-one. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm here.
Maybe
I'm not
before the
going
year is
anywhere.
over.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
And
I'm
we'll
not
talk
dying
about-
yet, you know, so it's just,
Well, guys, on
Yeah.
that note, I don't know if Antonio's
On
ready
that
for us to end it. Any last thing you
Got
want to
it.
tell the people?
yeah, the next time it's not going to be a one-on-one. You're going to open, you know, the floor, open the mic, you know,
Open the
for me
Pour
to talk to
moun
my
rele.
people.
All right. So,
To my people.
ça l'après l'autre show.
So,
Là
guys,
où
you
j'ai fait
know,
l'autre
it's
show.
been a pleasure, you know, being with you on a formal setting, you know, because I see you, bump into you every now and then in programs, you know, party events, you know, and stuff like that. So now I'm sitting with LAF, you know, Lucita, cap femme mette tout bagay de yo bagay sa. I can talk, Lucita, because you know you don't have you know,
I'm like
you don't have enough time
8:14,
for
so
me to invite you know, someone like
We're
me.
just gonna have
Because
to do it.
m'pa parler avec communauté m nan, you know,
Longtemps. Et puis, qui sont
longtemps,
à
on va
aimer
dire,
dire communauté là? Qui sont à aimer dire?
Moi?
Kounya, nous avons Monsieur Gilbert qui fait monter, nous avons Samueli,
Oh, Gilbert Beko.
nous avons Eddie qui fait monter, nous avons
Oh,
Mac
ma.
Place, nous avons Adler,
Ah.
nous avons monté, nous
Well,
avons là, nous avons
well, then, you know, I'll see YouTube, you know, I'll get it, parce que, Miss Lucita up, Dr. Lucita, oh my God, Dr. Lucita, because, you know, Ushita sous chaise ensemble avec moi veste and everything, you know, so I have to call you doctor. So, l'on prend petit banc, mette chita devant là, on prend, m'a dit Lucita, on nous guy, on nous bail causer, and stuff like that. You know, doctor, I'm proud of you, your accomplishment, you know, and everything. So, your standing in the community.
Thank you.
You know, so with so many others, you know, in the community, if I start to name, you know,
it's
but
okay.
it's
we're giving the community
you know.
a shout
So
out.
I
We
love
wanted
this community,
to give them
man.
the love.
And
I'm
the community
doing this.
loves
I
me.
took time out of my, you know, life because I want to put a light on the people in the community. Because I believe that if we don't leave on legacy, on archive. Parce que nous Atlanta, tout le monde a fait un petit bagay.
Yeah, tout le monde
But
fait
nobody knows the person really. I've seen you for 20 years. I've never really sit down and talk to you.
Yeah, you know.
But we see each other in passing. That's why one-on-one is all about. I said, you know what? I've been in this community. I don't know Monsieur Gilbert. Moi back on Philantrope. Moi back on Monsieur Ketan. Mais tout le monde sa nous kon lot. Nous wè lot
Yeah.
because we're doing businesses. That's why one-on-one was created. Is to
Yeah.
bring light. So when people see you on the street now, they can say, oh, I know this about Antonio now.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of you
That's
that the
right.
community knows about that I didn't know. But kono te kon mette pran bekan pou al nan bal.
Oh,
But kono te kon
motosiklet
ou te kon
bagay
ap
sa yo.
ou te kon ap vwe wash.
Motosiklet al nan bal. On pon mwen avèk tonton, nou gen menaj nan menm kay.
Oh, well, on that note, we're gonna say bye. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in another one-on-one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace out.
Hi, Lucida's here with Lucida's accounting firm. Happy New Year, everyone. Are you looking for a place to do your taxes? You undecided? Are you a student, a military, a nonprofit, a business? You undecided on where to get your tax done? Guess what? Lucida Accounting Firm, it's the place to go. We have been in business for well over 20 years. We're located in Marietta, Georgia. You can call us at 770-319